I don't see it on your YouTube page.
I only just went live. You'll probably see it in a second.
Yes, I see it now.
All right.
Just looking so I can open the chat box.
Yeah. I hope I don't run out of memory on the computer.
I was hearing an echo.
You still hearing an echo?
No, I turned off.
Oh, okay. You probably had to turn off the sound on the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, gotcha.
Whoops.
Let's go here. Yeah, like, see, even me, I just heard the echo because I forgot to turn the sound off on mine. Oh, shit. Come on back. All right. My monitor did a wonky thing, which it sometimes does. Okay, and let's turn on monetization. Save. All right, and then I can get out of this entirely. And I can get out of that entirely. And I will get out of that entirely. Oh, okay. I know people are coming in, so I gotta start up soon, which I will. Okay, that's going there. This is going there. This goes here. This go there. This go there. All right. Okay, I will start up the video now and get going.
Stars are whispering tales of old, planets spinning, stories bold. Life is dancing through the night, countless worlds in the
stars. I'm using one of those cheap 60mm refractor department store telescopes. Little tiny field of view there.
Galaxies full of mystery.
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Their history beyond our dreams and our sights.
We're all listening to it.
Life blooms in the cosmic.
They can hear us now. Can you hear me now?
Dancing on the edge of space. Take me away. Feeling universal grace. In the dark, our hearts ignite. Life across the endless night. Nebulas with colors bright, birth new wonders in the light. Comets trail their sparkling tears. Life endures through the years in the silence of the void. Every heartbeat is enjoyed from the depths and to the heights. Life expands through cosmic night. Dancing on the edge of space, and off we go. Feeling the universal grace. In the dark, our hearts ignite. Life across the endless night.
going to be, I think you are here. Hey everybody, welcome. Hold on. Hello everybody, welcome to SkyTour livestream. Momentous occasion, lots going on tonight. This is Mark, your guide to the stars, along with Daryl Mason, who's here with me. Daryl, how are you? Yeah, let's try that again, because I don't think they heard you. Now say it again.
Say it again.
There you go. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so all new things going on. Having a blast trying to figure it all out. This telescope here that you're looking at, this is the Benson telescope, and this is the Wickenburg telescope, 200 miles away, all live. You're seeing this now as it is in the sky, and here from the more close-up view that we have. This is the new telescope view right here, and this is the old one, the wide field versus the magnified field of the what we call the higher focal length field. With this one, what's cool is if we look in the middle here, you can see the trapezium here. This is the 4 stars that are causing this entire nebula to glow. Now there's more than 4 in here. And I do have to welcome everybody, because you guys, look at all the people that are in here tonight. This is fantastic. Stan is with us from his observatory. How you doing, Stan? Tiffany joined us. She's number 1. Hey, Tiff. So good to see you. PG is with us. That's Petita in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Petita. The Goblin's with us. And Stuffy is joining us tonight. Sam Mess decided to come on in and say hi. And Kurt is here with us. Kurt says, Mark, sounds like you got a busy evening. Also, thanks for doing this. Oh, yeah, you're more than welcome. I'm going to be streaming until 11:45 p.m. Eastern, and then I got to go on the Clyde Lewis show on Ground Zero from midnight to 1. And we're going to be talking about a geomagnetic pole reversal, something that has happened on Earth over 180 times. It's really a non-problem because it happens over such a long period of time. And let's see now. Let me do this. I had a problem where the entire machine hung a little while ago, so hopefully that won't happen. Genghis is with us. How are you, Genghis? Daisy and Zoe Amethyst, what's going on? So nice to see you guys. Michael Hedrick, as always. I can't tell you how overjoyed it is to see you guys. Fantasy's with us. Nice to see you as well. And so then we have Britt. Hey, Britt, how you doing? And SMA Sky is with us. Nice to see you. SkyTour Live fan is with us. Okay, so let's take a look. So this is the 4 stars called the trapezium. Obviously, for their shape, you can see here that light up the middle of this nebula. Right now, we are on a low light mode with both of this setting and this setting here you're about to see. Okay, and so we haven't even started to take pictures yet. All right, I gotta just go back and going to make sure that I didn't have the right optimization, but now I do. Okay, that's good.
I think I need a bigger monitor now. I'm seeing a little tiny porthole view, folks.
Yeah, Daryl's been spoiled by the screen sharing we've been doing, but now that we have 2 separate images to look at, this one and that one, and these are telescopes that are 220 miles apart from each other. So both buildings are open now out in the Arizona desert and in a plateau in Benson, Arizona. So we're looking here. Now, so here's what we're going to do. I have a different manner of guiding for the different locations. And this particular location here utilizes this process. I'm going to try and see if we can get a guide star in here. I have this is all prototypical usage right now, so we're not actually in a finished professional usage environment right now.
You're funny. We're working on it, folks. Carry on.
Is that the better way to say it, I guess?
Well, that's the easier way to say it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to try.
Marianne's here.
Marianne's with us, all right. Marianne's actually in New Jersey tonight. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to just we'll do a 15-second shot of this. But we're also looking at maybe having to get our own internet out in Benson. I'm noticing some slowdowns, and this is to Marianne, who's now joining us. But we'll see. And now I'm going to go into the live stack here. All right. Meanwhile, since it's only a 15-second shot, we can wait for it to come in. And let's do this here first and this here second. Okay. Man, that's wild. What happened there? Color correct. That's weird.
Michael, perhaps we could talk about that.
What's he
I don't know.
saying?
We're not going to be on too long tonight. He said, so Daryl, so the asteroid going to get us? And that's actually a rather interesting topic of discussion. We have a rather limited time tonight. Maybe we'll talk about it another night.
What's going on with my camera?
I've seen some interesting questions about the ins and outs of it, and people trying to understand.
Yeah, I know it's actually pretty crazy what's going on with this thing. How come my red is dropping to 0 every time I do a color correction? That's odd. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, let's bring this up. Make those curves coincide, and then we've got a good rendering. So here is this view here. This is the Benson scope. All right, and if we jump over to the other scope, that's this guy, and what we can do is come in here and do a similar shot here. Let me just get that going. If it listens to me. It's not listening to me.
Got any 3-in-1 oil?
I know, right? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring us back here for now while that's coming in. And I'll bring that back up in the background. All right.
Remember the sound of 3-in-1 oil?
I remember the smell.
Well, it has a sound too, you know. When you'd squeeze the can, it'd go kind of a click, 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 click.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That's right. We need that sound effect. Don't we?
Sure.
All right. So let's get our screen back here. Why did we do that? I don't know why. This one? Is it this one? Let's try that one. Huh. That's crazy. All right. Wow, that's not good.
Too much LDS in the 60s.
Yeah, right? That was funny. That was Star Trek.
Of course it was.
Yeah. Okay, what happened there now?
That was Shatner trying to cover for Spock.
That's right. He
With,
did too much LDS in the 60s.
Yeah.
I remember
Catherine Hicks
that. Yeah.
sitting in the pickup truck.
Yep. That was funny. Let's see this now. Alright, so this is the one we want. We want that. And which one is it? Let's see. Okay. Oh, I got that too. Alright. Now let me just work on this. This one. This one? Yeah, that should be the one. Still working on it. Alright, how about this one? Try this. Okay. Alright, we're back now. And I can see a couple of little issues. For the record, this worked perfectly earlier. And naturally, it's not working now. That's okay. Let me do this. I might have actually started with one here, but that's okay. Okay, this will be the one. Hold on. We're making it. We're getting there. Alright, too much.
Kurt Mark says they're a couple hundred miles apart.
Yeah, they are. Oh, that one's also not on the right setting. Okay, well, good to know.
One is kind of west or northwest of Phoenix, and the other one is down southeast of Tucson.
Yeah, east, more east. I think. I gotta go back and look.
I've looked at it on maps. It's pretty southeast. You're northeast of Nogales.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's do this. Let's keep moving. Alright, so I'm almost there. Alright, let's try now going to the other one. Alright, so we're back to this. That's good. Alright. Alright, so in this one, let's see if we can get this to listen to me, and it is. And we're going to do a 15-second shot here to show you the difference. Alright, and it's underway. We're going to get rid of this guy. We're going to not do the overpowering view, overpowering extra processing we don't need. And now this should come in and do the right thing. Okay, we're getting better now. So now we're gonna color correct this. There it is. And then we're gonna add a little of this. And there's the Orion Nebula in the wide field, and the same view from the narrow band field, the higher magnification view. The only thing I got to figure out is what's going on. Okay, well, see, now that's fixed itself. All right. So the telescope. This is our 3D view of the telescope in the building. You can see the orientation. It's a equatorial mount, so that this axis rotates around the pole here, like that, and this one spins this way up and down. That's declination. And this axis here corresponds to, well, let me see if I can just show you. This is the north axis here. This goes all the way to the North Pole. And this axis goes around, follows the rotation of the Earth. Okay. So there's a little cap here, and this has a telescope inside of it. You can look through it and sight the pole and do polar alignment with a very, very nice reticle system, which is a nice view inside. So the telescope is here. The telescope actually goes up to about here. It's actually got a long barrel on it. All right, so we can get this back now. Okay, get that back down. Smarter. And that's all we're going to need. All right, and let's go here. And so there we go. So you'll see also these things here. These are these little faint lines you're going to see going through the Orion Nebula. They're constant. These are actually geosynchronous satellites. All right, and unfortunately we're stuck with them. You know, I didn't actually focus this particular telescope, so it's kind of out of focus. So we'll focus that next. But note the color rendering. The color rendering is beautiful. These teal colors. This is doubly ionized oxygen. This is hydrogen gas. Really looking pretty. To see what's really there, we can go and do a hyper processing on it. Just click this and show you a little bit more about what's there, and you can see more satellites here.
Izabela's here.
Izabela's here. Hi, Izabela.
Hi, Izabela.
Nice. And guys, remember, go to 1080p on your broadcast screen so that you can see all the details. Okay. So from here, going over to the high magnification screen, and in that particular view, we can see the stunning colors of this nebula showing up this way. That's really nice. And we of course see the satellites going through there. Very nice. Okay, and so I'm gonna first of all, the other thing too is this is in test mode for the following reason. This telescope out in Benson is not polar aligned. I'm actually using a fudge factor to actually get it to go to the places I want it to show you. And that's because I'm doing something called plate solve and resync. So if I picked an object, like we'll do it right now, because I'm going to go here, all right, to here, all right, and there's Orion right there, the constellation of Orion. All right, let me add those. And let's say we want to go shoot the Flame Nebula, which isn't a bad idea. Actually, we can do the Horsehead and see if we can do it. All right. That wasn't what I wanted. Sensitive mouse. All right, so here's the Flame right there. Now, I haven't seen the Flame really with this particular telescope, so I think that'd be kind of fun to do. We can go to Alnitak and select Alnitak.
I thought we did that the other night.
Yeah, but it didn't guide well on it. So we're going to try and do that again, because we were doing it through some light clouds, if you recall. So we're going to go to Alnitak, but I'm not going to save this because I still have to focus. So we'll clear this and come out of here. Go back to our 1 second shot, which kind of gives us a nice low light image here. There we go. All right. All right, and then over here, we're going to go and tell it to go to Alnatok. And you'll see the telescope move up. You'll see this disappear. See the telescope kind of point up a little bit. And again, not being polar aligned, it's not going to get exactly where we want it yet. But even though it's that close, so it's close, but it's not on the money yet. So we're going to have to work on that. So we can try to see if it can solve for this location. It looks like it knows where Alnatok is. Yeah, not enough stars. So
Cosmic Ray has a question of you.
what is streaming computer and SW in Southwest? I have a very large desktop out in the Sonoran, and I have a mini computer in the high-end mini computer in Benson, and that's been fine for the stream so far. Why do you ask? So let's see now. Let me go see where it thinks it is. Alright. I'm going to move us to a location that may or may not be where it is. Again, this won't happen until, or it won't happen once we, oh, is that on the talk? Well, yeah, it is.
Yes.
Huh, how about that?
That's a little star real close above it.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. Let me move the telescope this way, actually the other way. The other lower right. We got a we got a field rotator coming, which is going to allow us to rotate the field. There's the Flame Nebula. Okay, and it's going to solidify its motion and stop here in a second. There it goes. Let's go see if it can find a star. Not yet, of course, because we're going to do a new exposure. Okay, pulse guide command to mount has failed. Right, I'll have to look up that too. Hey, you guys are joining me through the shakedown cruise, you know? This is okay. Alright, so that's not...
3 hour tour.
Yeah.
3 hour tour.
Gilligan's Island. Alright, let's see if that's gonna work.
I thought that was kind of funny.
What?
A 3 hour tour.
Huh. Okay. Alright, we'll see if this works. I won't do that. And we'll see if a 15-second exposure here will work. And if so, we will head on to a deeper exposure. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Bring this back. And let's see what we get. Alright, so that worked. Alright, so now color correct, and there's the flame. And
I've never seen your, whoops, there it went. Your light curve down below the image. It was great, big, and fat, red and green. I've never seen it do that before.
Yeah, and then it changed. I noticed it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it did that. Let's bring this over and put this in the middle. All right, so there's the flame coming in, and we're gonna let it come in for a while. The guiding seems to be working fine so far. We got 3 images stacked so far. And we can zoom in a little bit. Oops.
I'm always struck by the color of the Flame Nebula, and it's really showing up there well tonight. It's noticeably different than the usual hydrogen alpha red.
It is, isn't it?
It's I think it's probably a combination of HA and maybe reflection nebulosity going on back in the cloud, and then the sources of the stars inside that are lighting up the nebula are hidden by that dark cloud in the center.
Yeah, that's true. We talked about that, and I believe you're correct, huh?
Yeah, it's a pleasant color. I'm not sure what to call it. It's almost more of a pink than a pinkish orange or flesh color.
Around the outside it is, huh?
The usual hydrogen alpha red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna change the name. That's fine. All right. So now let's there it is, saved. And we come out. Oops. Okay, we're still tracking. That's good. This is what I like when you get the guiding right. You could go for minutes on end. I actually have full width half maximum value that's a little bit low for this region, so I have to kind of raise it up a little bit. I think would be good if I go right about here. At least here, because there's much bigger movement here. There we go. Karen Belmont says bubble. Well, you're looking at a halo from Alnatok here.
Yeah, I just answered her.
Oh, you did? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I notice every now and then that our internet out in Benson will drop out, so we have to keep an eye on that. Right now there's 9 other observatories right next to us out there, and in those 9 you probably have 2 or 3 astronomers that are doing their work as well. So it's something that we're going to end up having to deal with. So we might end up getting Starlink for out there.
I have a question.
Sure.
Well, it just hit me seeing that halo around Alnatak that, well, this isn't the hyperstar system.
No.
Yet we're still getting a big halo from it.
Well, actually, it's not it's a different halo. It's a donut halo, which is weird. Yeah, if I brought the star in, you'd see it. But I just wanted to get the detail in the center of the flame. Actually, you know what I haven't even done? Okay, we're there, and we got the unsharp mask. I can turn it off. Okay, that's a little better, see? Turn off the unsharp masking, and we get rid of some of the noise immediately. That's beautiful. And this dark dust here, remember, it's a couple light years in thickness, so it doesn't have a whole lot of density to it in a cubic centimeter of the material. You may only have 30 atoms in a cubic centimeter of this material. Okay, so you may not have a a lot of atoms per cubic centimeter, but you have many of them across a couple light years. So it adds up to what looks like a dark, impenetrable amount of dust. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's go here. All right, the other scope is currently looking at the Orion Nebula. That's pretty. And let's do this. Let's see if we can catch that. Orion Nebula. Okay, Great Nebula and Orion. We'll set that target, and we'll save the target with annotations. And then we'll come out of this. Save it, why not? We'll save it, why not? Okay, and then save exactly as seen. Yes, random is just this actually is just 15 seconds. Alright, and now what we'll do is we're going to come out of this entirely, go back to our 1 second, we're going to go back to our low light mode here, and head to a different region. We're going to go up to the same region that we're in with the flame. So this telescope is aligned, okay, the other one is not, so we have to kind of dance around. This one is far better aligned, okay, and we're going to use that to get us to the flame as it is. Right. So we come up here. There's the flame nebula right there. Alright, and we'll go to Alnitak. Alright, so off we go to Alnitak. And so this telescope is going to go racing off to Alnitak. There it goes. And when it does,
Izabela raised a good question.
there's Alnitak right there. Yeah.
She said she loved the image of the flame in the new camera. The new camera is actually the older camera, is it not?
It is. It is. We managed to...
It was the camera on the 10-inch before the one that's on it now.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Alright, so slew speed, I'm going to go to 4. Alright, and bring back Alnitak because I kind of jumped away from it for a second. We'll go back there. Again, new camera here. And while that's going there, we can check on this. Oh yeah, look at the flame here. The flame in
that's not.
the new Benson shot is looking gorgeous. Now, we're going to do the same thing, but from Alnitak. Here's Alnitak, and here's the flame. So let's check this out. Alright. Okay, and, also bring the music down just a little bit. Alright, now let's get the, let's go to the east a little bit. And to the north a slight bit. As I said, we're only going to go to 11:45 tonight because I have to be on Ground Zero Radio at midnight with Clyde Lewis. We're going to talk about geomagnetic reversal. We're going to talk about a bunch of things, asteroids potentially striking the Earth, YR4 kind of things, which is not a big deal because it's probably not going to hit us. And we're getting more and more confident with that.
Stan has a message for you.
I see that, Stan. Thank you. That's a problem that I've noticed happening. I am still, if you look at the number of frames that are coming in, I am getting quite a lot of them. I'm just not getting. I'm just not getting the same number as I might expect. So if I go back to the guider, okay, Yeah, see, it's not guiding now. So I'm going to do another exposure. Thank you, Stan, for pointing that out. All right. So that's 2 seconds. You kind of add a little more noise, unfortunately, but come on, just want to slide a slider. All right, I'm going to stop here for now and do this.
So I thought the guider would pick a good star in the field and choose
If it can see it, like that one right there, okay, that's a good star to guide on. It's probably not going to go anywhere.
Izabela says this is like playing two pianos at the same time.
That's precisely correct. Okay, now why did that just do that? Did it just lose it? No, it's still guiding. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have 28 shots with 18 rejected. But the flame is there, and that's looking really nice. Let me put on the unsharp mask now. Oh yeah, look at, and now we sharpen up a lot of detail there. That's pretty. We have all these subtle lines. These are guiding walk errors. You know, the stars are fine, but these are like guiding errors. These little things. I'll deal with them as we can. Now let's go back to the other screen, and let's now start an exposure here and do a 25-second shot here. No, 20 second. I don't need to go 25 here. 20 seconds. I'm playing two pianos. That is correct. Trust me. This is
So
taxing.
two with your hands, two with your feet.
Kind of, sort of. Okay, out of low light mode into deep sky mode here. And this is the previous image, and now we're up north of this. And we're going to now see what we can do. And it is... should get the first one. There it is. Okay, so you see the size of the flame now. Okay, let's color correct it. Alright. And what's it want to do? It's going to really push it a little bit. Now, see, you see the horse head down here. Okay. That's looking pretty. And let me look in the enhancement. I'm going to take out color noise. You'll watch an immediate betterment to the image. I'll leave the unsharp mask off for now. And then we come back here to the other telescope, 200 miles away, and zoom in on this thing we were just looking at right there. Now you notice it's rotated. We look here, okay, it's up and down, but you look here and it's kind of on an angle. That's because of the way the telescope is rotated and the way the guider and camera are on the back end of the telescope. We're changing that. We have on order, well, we're getting a field rotator, so we're going to be able to rotate the whole image. And that's going to help us when it comes to guiding too, because when we go to guide, we need to be able to acquire stars. Like right here, okay? Well, we should have been acquiring a net star, but it looks like it didn't work. Again, this is all stuff that I will have to figure out.
This reminds me of the guy playing the piano for the elephants on YouTube. Sometimes they get so carried away they decide to start playing with their trunks.
That's funny. Let's see. Well, yeah, see, it's already giving me red flashes, which says that it's not guiding at that point. Pulse guide command. I gotta look at the pulse guide command. Stan, if you know anything about pulse guide command, let me know. Because that's not good. I thought I was looking at the pulse guide thing here. Wait, let me see under advanced settings if it has anything on the pulse guide. Okay, well that wasn't advanced settings.
Izabela reminds me, I should talk to the people at Arizona sometime.
Yeah, what do you need to talk to them?
See if they'd like to take a shot at that old Mead German equatorial mountain I have
Oh,
for the refractor.
oh, that's interesting.
LX,
Yeah, they may. I don't know. Depends
LX
if they
600,
have.
650.
Yeah. Okay.
Stan says check to make sure the scope is set to sidereal guiding.
Well, it is actually over in Green Swamp. If I recall, let me move this over. It's definitely sidereal guiding because I am getting guiding to work. Size right there. So, that said, I think I want to close this right here. Okay. All right. I don't remember where the pulse guide command is in here, though. I don't know where I deal with the pulse guide. Is there another guiding assistant? Yeah, I don't want to do that yet. I don't even know what that is. While we're there, let's actually see what we're actually getting. Well, we got 28. Oddly. But I think the last few are not valid.
Looks like wind's a problem too.
Yeah, that's for sure. Benson, I noticed we do have wind out there a lot. This isn't, I mean, it's got 28 of them, which is kind of cool as it is.
Marianne said, hopefully you'll be polar aligned Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll have to come back and shoot the flame again once you do. This is that's a very pleasant image.
Yeah, David is going to go out and polar align it from Arizona. We've been working with him for quite a bit. All right, so let's see now. I wrote a histogram. Let's do this. We're going to take this mid-level and drag it over to kind of give us a little more detail in there. That's pretty good. And now we'll move this one over just before the peak, which give us the dark enough background. And you can see this beautiful fringe blue. That's actually dust that's scattering starlight, causing the blue reflection nebula. There's one here mixed with the red hydrogen emission underneath, or in the center of it, or there's some here too. And then down here we have Alnitak coming in. Let me see if I can.
Is this fair to say? It's rather like when we look at the North American Nebula plus the Pelican beside it, that you have the dark area that's hiding illumination sources behind it.
Yeah, I believe that's exactly fair to say. Yep. Absolutely. Let's see if we can find a star. Now, see, the thing is, right now, it's not. I do not know how to get rid of this bullseye. And I got to figure out what this pulse guide thing is. I saw it before in my setup, and I don't remember where it was. Okay. I'll have to look it up. It's got to be probably under. I should probably calibrate it again too, but it says I have a good calibration here. It's a bad calibration considering it's not polar aligned. Once it's polar aligned, it's definitely going to get a lot better. Let's go try. I looked at advanced settings and I didn't see anything in there, did I? I did not see anything in there for pulse guide. I saw the pulse guide command in there. It's saying it's not working. Yeah, guiding is likely to be ineffective, no doubt. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kill the app entirely. It won't hurt anything because it's just gonna be another rejected image in this one. And then I'll start it up again and see.
May I answer Karen Belmont real quick?
Yeah, make sure you read the question too so everybody hears it.
Yes. She asks, have you explained polar alignment before? Karen, the telescope is set so it tracks stars and objects across the sky. The Earth spins on its axis west to east once in 24 hours, of course. And that's like a big 24-hour clock in the sky. And the polar aligned mount, like is shown on that telescope in the small view up at the top left, that mount, one axis is pointing at the north celestial pole, and the other, it turns east to west across the sky as objects move across the sky. The other axis is north-south, and once you get the mount polar aligned, the telescope, all it needs to do once you find an object is move east to west across the sky, and hopefully if it's tracking properly at the right rate, sidereal rate, star day, once a day, it will keep the object in view of the eyepiece or the camera, as the case may be. That's polar alignment.
That's a very good explanation of it.
If you see some telescopes, such as so-called Dobsonian telescopes, there are two different methods of coordinates in the sky. One I just described, it's right ascension and declination. Right ascension is east to west, and declination is north to south. in the case of a polar aligned telescope. The other method is altitude azimuth, like with a Dobsonian telescope. It doesn't track objects across the sky. It moves up and down in altitude and around the azimuth from north to south to north again on a coordinate system that is not polar aligned. Basically just straight up and down and left and right around the horizon. That's altitude azimuth. And what we're using is a polar aligned. The Goblin says, that just made me have a thought. I believe the Earth has had several pole shifts in the past. If it has another one, will that affect the alignment? The true North Pole of the planet, I think, it's like a flywheel. It's going to keep spinning the same direction. Now, in the same location. The magnetic pole, geomagnetic North and South Pole, those move all the time. They're moving right now. Yeah. But exactly like a flywheel, the Earth's polar axis maintains a pretty constant, a very constant 23.4 degrees. Usually the main idea is to knock it off that pole, knock it off its axis, or to make the axis move would take a planetary impact, like when the moon formed, when the Mars-sized object Theia hit the primitive Earth. It takes a lot to tip a planet on its axis. When we look at the different planets in our solar system, a lot of them have an angle to their polar axis. Uranus is actually pointing pretty much toward, along, it's actually a little bit past the ecliptic plane. So it's almost horizontal. But almost any time we see a change in a planet's axial tilt, it's probably due to something major like an impact. Oddly enough, as I said, Earth's axial tilt is 23.4 degrees. When we look at Mars, it's almost the same. It's 25-degree tilt on Mars. Yep. Off with its head. I hear Mark okay. Izabela says, is Mark talking offline or is his mic muted?
Yeah, sorry guys. I had coughed and I forgot to put put the mute back off. Sorry. And I'm playing two pianos. Remember? We get better at it once you get a good system down. But this is cool. I like this one. This is the wide field view, 200 miles from this other one here, that you're looking at.
Stan,
Go ahead.
Stan says, pull up your main GSS settings.
All right, I will do it. The main options, you mean these guys? I think Stan uses green Swamp Server, so any help is welcome. See, it's sidereal tracking.
Folks, sidereal means
Star
star,
time.
as in star day. Or
Yeah.
interestingly, star time is not 24 hours a day. Star time, sidereal time, is 23 hours and 56 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes less than our 24 hours.
4 minutes.
That 4 minute difference every day is Earth's motion around the sun. That makes a star, any given star, rise 4 minutes earlier every day. And if you take that 4 minutes and multiply it by 365.24 days, you wind up getting a year. That's when we've gone full circle around the sun over the course of a year, and the stars are right back where they started, instead of shifting with the seasons. Stan
I
says set your
see. Let's see if that's...
equatorial time to J2000.
All right, well, let's see if that makes a difference. Well, that's not in here. You said set the sidereal time to J2000.
Equatorial time. Equatorial system.
Where do I do that in here? Am I missing something?
I don't know. It's too small for me to read it.
Yeah. Claudio Ramos from Chile, how are you? Equatorial time. Is that in these options somewhere?
Would it be equatorial instead of sidereal?
There is no such selection.
Bella says local topocentric now, upper right.
Yeah, that's correct. It is. Equatorial system is local topocentric.
Good night, Marianne.
Well, there is a J2000 here.
Marianne is leaving.
Oh, good night, Marianne. Okay, so here is where it is. Equatorial system. You say set this to J2000.
If it'll let you, yes.
Yeah, it will.
That's what Stan says.
Okay, well, let's see what that does. Let's go down here and see if it makes a difference. Oops, let me come back here. Go to main settings. Go to main. Close.
And now he says, Stan says, now try PhD2.
Okay, I shall do that. Stan, if this works,
PhD.
Stan, you're gonna get some free swag. Okay, let's try this now.
Scooby snack for Stan.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it now.
PhD2 is your guide camera, right?
No, PhD2 is this application. Oh, yes, the application being driven by it, yes. Well, let's see, Stan. That'd be kind of cool if it works.
Well, I remember PhD2 was an issue.
It's already going on. Or maybe not. Yeah, it's going on. Why does it do that?
I remember PhD2 was doing something with your system days ago you were fighting.
Yeah. See, now I got that second star. This might work. I got a secondary star in there too. Because I didn't. I see it's going off down there. I didn't recalibrate, and that's because it said you didn't have to, recalibrate. But it doesn't seem like that's correct. So what I'm going to do is go into the calibration assistant, and I will recalibrate. It really just is simple. I go say slew. And just gonna move the telescope a little bit.
Stan says the mount isn't getting the pulses.
Yeah, that's what it said in the error message, so I'm not sure what that means.
Lubo says give Stan a wrench.
Yeah, see, now here's a lot of stars in this field. So it's looking at these, and what it's going to do is it's going to move around, and it's going to build a calibration table to know which direction is which, and DW, it's glad to see you, though. I'm sorry you're fighting sciatica today. That's never fun. Okay, now the thing is, even though it moved the telescope, we can go here while it's doing all that. We can go to our image. Okay, and it's not going to destroy it because it's not going to accept any frames because I have it paused right now anyway. But we'll check that out later. I'm going to come back to our... no, it already exists. Don't overwrite it. I think I have a write on exit so we don't lose any data. Alright, so the flame is in here. All attack is down here. So let's go back to this guy and see what we've got. While waiting for the calibration to continue or to get finished. How many more shots? Well, we got a few, and obviously we've got some wind out there because the wind is blowing things around. You see the spider web in here. This is the Sonoran telescope, by the way. That's the Benson telescope that you see right up there at the top. Okay, so now let's try and we're gonna do this. Let's I don't think I saved anything under this, did I? And we should be able to, yeah, do the Flame Nebula. Make that the target name. Alright. Alright, and we'll save it. So there's the wide field view of the flame, and we have the narrow field view, the smaller field of view, the zoomed in field of view. See all this stuff in here? You know, that detail is somewhat lost here, but not quite, because, you know, you can still see some detail in this in here. But in the other image, we actually saw quite a lot of detail in there, and that's fantastic. All right, so let's go now and, well, first of all, let's come back here and let's hop out of this. And it is 11:20. I've got a few minutes. Let's see if we can do something with the horse head. Alright, so here we are. And let's go down to the horse head, which we can get there this way. Okay, telescope's gonna lower itself down just a little bit. And it would if we edit on 1 second. And you'll see streaks. There we go. And now we're here. Alright, and the horse head is right about here. There's Alnatak just out of the view. The horse head's right about there, right there, I think. Alright, and we'll start a 25-second shot of the horse head. But wait, I should stop right now and leave this 1 second shot on and do a critical focus. I haven't done that yet. See, just that one click actually got us some better focus. Okay, so that's a little bit soft. We'll go a little more. Okay. Now we will focus that. We'll go in the negative direction. And while that's focusing, let's head to Benson. Alright. So out here in Benson now, we are looking at this location. Let me try and first of all do my little trick. We're gonna say, come on, come back. Okay, come back. Get this in view. All right, we go over here. We have Alnatak in the view, but I want to actually come down to here. Orion Nebula. Satellite going through the Benson scope. Alright. And now we're going to leave that selected. Alright, we're going to say go to that and see what happens. It may not find it directly right away. And we'll have to fool it. What are you doing? It's going there. Oh, it's trying to it's got to do a flip. Okay. Interesting. It's gonna flip around the other way. I should let it complete that. First of all, let's go back to our PhD 2. Calibration was poor. Okay, it's really hard without the without the guiding, or without the alignment right. So, unfortunately, that's going to be an issue.
A 3-hour tour.
Yeah, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
The tiny ship was tossed.
If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost.
The minnow would be lost.
The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire, and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne here on Gilligan's Isle. So this is called a meridian flip maneuver. The telescope's going the other way, so it can flip the barrel around and look the other direction and get to the other location I'm trying to get it to look at.
Stan says park the scope and restart GSS.
Okay. And then redo the calibration, I suppose. He's right, that might work. Okay, let me first see if... I don't think I have enough stars here to do this anyway. We can try it. We can all go through this together. Might know that Hipparchus star. Oh, I could find it. Alright. So if I say plate solve and resync, it wants to go to Horsehead, but let's see if it'll do it. Yeah, look at that. It seems to know where it is. Okay. So here is the Horsehead Nebula. So I'm kind of fooling it right now. So we're going to have to bring this up a little in the view. So again, without our field rotator, we've got all kinds of ways to do that are a little odd looking. We're going to have to go up and to the right, or up to the left, then up and to the right, It's just kind of weird. All right, and then go this way. And it'll take it up to the right a little bit.
C. Ramos has a question of you.
All right, what's he asking?
What is the maximum and minimum optical aperture range on the lens you use? I could answer it, but I should leave it to you since they asked you.
The maximum optical range?
Optical aperture range on the lens you use.
Okay, well, it's an 11-inch diameter telescope, if that's what you're asking.
And there's not really a range to it. I mean, it's
No.
The 11 inch is an f10 system, but it's working at f7.
Correct, yeah.
The 10 inch telescope is working at either f1.8 or f2, depending on the day of the week.
Yeah, right.
And they're fixed, so there really is no range.
Yeah. This curves, by the way, this shows you that we're not in alignment. That's the details. And so it's losing its ability to guide on the Horsehead right now. So it won't be able to do that. I don't know why it doesn't let me just pick a star. I mean, it should. It's a matter of being able to stay with this star, though. See, it immediately goes out. Alright, I'm going to try Stan's approach, because that's probably going to fail. Yeah. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to close this warning box. minimize that. Okay. And meanwhile, by the way, we should be... we got our focus in the other scope. Let's take those down. We don't need it. Alright. Now we have the horse head right there. So we're going to do a 35-second shot here. And I'm just going to tweak myself a little bit there with that, and then move it up a little bit. Okay. Alright, I have 15 minutes before I gotta go. So that's good, I can do this. We can do it! You can do it! Alright, so I'm gonna get out of that. Let's get out of our low light mode and go into our deep sky mode. We should have the last object in there, which will be the flame. Wide field, I'll clear it anyway. Alright, while we're waiting for that to come in, we can head back over to Benson and check out this next issue. What I'm going to do is I am going to do what Stan suggests, why not, and park the scope.
Mark, what do you call the music?
This song?
I guess C. Ramos asks about the music, and of course, I don't hear the music. So
Oh, okay.
Stan says restart PhD2 as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Stan, you're going through it with me, right? We all are. Alright, I'm parking the scope. You can see it mimicked here and here. Okay, now we're parked. So we're in the safe space now to close this after we turn off power. So I'm going to disconnect now. And I'm going to kill this entirely. Even though I shouldn't have DS applications are still connected, I know that. Hopefully that won't make that big a difference. I can restart. But just to be safe, I will dump them and come back to them. Okay, there's the horse head. Looks like it's got some issues. Guiding wasn't perfect, so I restarted that. Alright, and let's go back. Uh-oh, what's going on there? Did I lose the other? I think I lost the other session. Okay, let me go back into that session. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. That's that one. And this guy. Oh, that guy. Let's do that. Turn it back on. Just the one lot. And I'm going to select. I'll select Benson. And we should be good. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Alright. So PhD2 is stopped. This is stopped. Let's go into our thing here. Let's start up Green Swamp server again. And we'll start up PhD2 again. And this guy here is going to be disconnected, so I'll have to reconnect. So we'll come into Green Swamp. And we have power on, so we should be able to connect and get our new updated park position. There it is. Right there. Alright, unpark. Yeah, so we unparked it. And I can tell it to go to the home position anyway. So it'll take it up and move it up here as you watch. It's going to move it into a position where the home position is pointing directly toward the pole. Once it's polar aligned fully, it will be facing that pole. And then, so there we go. All right. So now, let's go and reconnect this. All right, we're gonna disconnect, reconnect. Alrighty. Hey, we're gonna try it, right? And here's the Horsehead Nebula right there. Let's see if it can go there. It won't get it exactly right. Yeah, we're, like I said, we're a little bit crippled. All right, and first things next. We'll start this up again too, and connect the camera while it's racing to the Horsehead Nebula, or the region supposedly where the Horsehead Nebula is. Actually, it found it. Look at that. That looks like it. Maybe. Let's do a quick 20-second shot, which with this instrument isn't going to be nearly as bright as the other. But we'll keep trying. It might have some guiding error, but that's because of the wind going on out there. And wind does have an effect on guiding too. Wind can destroy guiding.
You have 9 minutes and counting.
I see it, yeah. I'm looking at my clock. And I can't really tell.
I was trying to make the voice from one of the James Bond movies. Yeah, I think it was You Only Live Twice with Donald Pleasance with Blofeld.
Oh, yeah.
They're counting down for the rocket launch or something.
That's
or
right.
You
the
expect me to talk?
self-destruction.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Well, that was Goldfinger.
Yes. Okay. Alright, that's that guy. Okay. Let us do this. Oh,
That's what inspired me to get a laser.
really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Then I wound up with 14 lasers.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for, Mr. Bond.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Plate cell succeeded, right, okay. I want, let's see, is this 48 Orion right there? Yeah. Okay, so let's start up this guy, open him up, and search for 48 Orion. I know, I'll do Hipparchus value. Oh, I might have found it actually. 26549. That's what we want. Okay, that's where we are. We're kind of close. Oh, that's Sigma? No, 48 Orion. No. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's Sigma Orion. Yeah, your favorite double star.
Oh.
So we are right close to it. Okay. All right. So let's center it in the view.
That's about 6 or 8 stars all orbiting each other.
Yeah, really fascinating stars.
Sigma Orion. Beautiful in the eyepiece.
Yeah. All right. Now Sigma is centering up and making abstract art. I see that we have to get our speed back. There we go. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to have to go, but I will continue to work on this while during the show and try and get the Horsehead Nebula and PhD straightened out here. Staying at Two Rivers. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. If this works, you will be rewarded with a nice piece of swag from us, okay? And it's very important.
Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snack. That's right. I should probably see what it can do right now, if it'll do it. Well, it's got 1 star and 2 stars. Okay, so let's come in here and let's try and just do a 20-second shot here. The live stack. See what it does. We'll get rid of this. And let's do the live stack. Let's see if we're on the right track here. We're gonna find out right now. Nope. Which explains why the line is so broad, by the way.
Mm.
Well, that might just be that last one. Let's see if PhD 2 is still... Yeah, okay, lost it. Okay, well, I will recalibrate and we'll work it from there. Alright, guys. Well, look, thank you for coming out. This is... you know, you're with us here as we grow and as we move into this new realm, and it'll all be a lot better as we move forward. There's a Horsehead as seen in the other telescope, and I'm gonna actually give us a little bit more contrast. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful, and it is focused too. Very nice. I can't wait to zoom in on just this and see that. Okay. All right, well, folks, thank you so much for joining us for this brief but exciting foray into dual observatory viewing. There'll be a lot more where this came from, I promise you that. Stan at Two Rivers, thank you for the assistance. I'm going to try and calibrate again during the other show I'm on, and then I will see if that brings us closer. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will check you out. We'll check each other out next time we get going here, all right? So you guys have a good evening. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night. Mary Ann, by the way.
Stars so bright in the sky, on Arizona nights they fly. Nebulae in colors rare, galaxies beyond compare. Sky tour in the night so clear, brings the universe nearer. Real-time wonders to see, streaming light for you and me. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the views. Every night feels brand new. In the dark, the night unfolds, stories of the cosmos told. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Far away, up so high, across the stars beyond the skull. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Lift your eye up so high, across the stars beyond the sky. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the view.